Hello, the anime Reflux. What was the show that we did?
Ultimate Girls.
Ultimate Girls.
I was
Everyone's kind of
going to
quiet.
try. I, I was going to try starting this episode with another rabbit joke, but this show just. Well, now I know to use my veto if another show with the tag "etchy" comes up.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean, she did seem to grow animal ears at one point, so it would be somewhat apropos. I don't know whether it was rabbit ears.
Those were just robot spike things.
Oh.
So, here, let's just jump right into it because Casey is exhausted and he needs to sleep. So let's get through this as fast as we can. And I will admit that the fan service is another part of why I want to rush. So the setting is a normal, ostensibly peaceful Earth, but Japan has become a mecca of monsters. And by monsters, I mean the sort that even the Power Rangers would think were a joke.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
really weird because it's animated and yet they still look like they're made of styrofoam. I
It's
mean,
actually kind of impressive.
yeah, I mean, it's an interesting look for it, I guess.
I think I heard of this anime before. Like, I saw pictures of it before because porn, but that's about it. That's
I mean,
all I
it
knew of
looks
this show.
old, right?
Oh, it is. It's 2005.
What?
It looked older
like-
than that.
It looks
I
like
know.
mid or early
it's
90s.
2005, and it looks older than that.
Well, I guess it is just like a 12-minute interstitial
where do
kind
you
of
think
thing.
the budget is? There is no budget. What budget?
Okay, so the story centers around three girls: Silk, Vivian, and Sabomi. And yes, I know I was paying way too much attention if I actually know all of those names. I took notes.
I don't know. I mean, if I was more awake, I probably would have paid that much attention. Like I say, the visuals of the show was interesting enough to actually get my attention, even tired as I am. So,
The visuals were attention grabbing.
Hmm.
Well said, Casey. Well said.
okay, I didn't mean that, but sure.
Well, the art style definitely caught me off guard. It definitely looked like an older show. I'm absolutely shocked it's 2005.
Also, very culturally jumbled with those names there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I honestly like that, but not too relevant. So basically, the three girls are getting out of school. They're planning to go to a nearby shopping mall. On the way out, they see Tsubomi's brother, who is part of the press club, who is supposed to rush into action to take pictures and such whenever there's a monster attack. And Silk has a crush on him. So they head to the mall and normal, mundane shopping stuff, enjoying some dango in the park, which is a Japanese dumpling and sweet, not unlike mochi. Just for the record, I say that because I didn't know what it was, and looking at the pictures, it looks familiar. Anyway, then in comes, using the word extremely loosely, a monster to where they were eating, and they run away to a place to get a better viewpoint because the superhero UFO man is supposed to be showing up soon to take care of the monster.
AKA
And he does.
Bargain Bin
And-
Ultraman.
Pardon?
Bargain bin what?
Bargain Bin Ultraman. Like,
Yeah.
he's a ripoff.
Yeah, no, you're right.
They actually lampshade that in the show.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take itself seriously at all.
Really?
I can tell.
So UFO man arrives and he falls and crushes the three girls beneath his feet, and he has a Steve Urkel moment.
That's one way to describe it.
It pretty much is, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very
Did I
accurate.
do that?
Oops.
So, the three girls wind up in a hazy sort of limbo, I guess, where UFO Man is looking at them, and Silk is the only one who wakes up, and UFO Man tells her that they were trampled by a monster and died. Silk is horrified and breaks into tears because she didn't confess her love for Tsubome's brother,
Whatever his
Makoto.
name was, yeah.
Makoto, I think.
Yep, and UFO Man confirms, yep,
And-
that is an absolute tragedy that monster stepped on you. I mean, crushed you. That's what happened. It's tragedy.
And
Now touch
he-
my robot dick.
Oh God.
not yet. So basically, UFO Man tells her that he'll bring them back to life, but there will be a condition. And Silk pretty much listens to the request, and we get a brief cut back to the monster, where without UFO Man there, he's stomping around.
I can't even call it rampaging. It just kind of
Yeah.
Now,
meanders
I
It
was
around.
looks like a little kid that's playing with a toy and just sort of wandering around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then we get, I don't know, some kind of comic relief in the form of the reporter that's on scene with the apparent expert on UFO Man commentator. And so he leaves when the monster steps into a pool that's nearby, then he steps onto the land and he leaves a footprint nearby that's it looks like there's some kanji in it or something.
Something
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
And then comes maybe the ultimate proof that this show isn't taking itself seriously at all. The guy identifies it as soft vi monster, as in soft vinyl. And then decides to call it Bullmark, but then changes to Gullmark. Bullmark is a famous maker of Ultraman vinyl toys, apparently.
Oh, I wondered what the reference there was.
Okay.
Yeah, I just paid attention to the subtitles that were mentioning what the reference was. And
Oh.
then the reporter alongside the expert asks if it's a Pachimon, which is Japanese for pirated or fake. So So there's some sort of demented toy maker out there who's not very good at what he does.
Or is very good at what he does, depending on what his aim is.
Yeah.
Alright, so then we cut to an amphitheater, which is in the park, because I guess that happens some places. And then Silk wakes up as the limbo fades away, and she sees a floating robot that's eating dongo and ice cream.
There, dongo and ice cream, I believe.
And he explains to Silk that he was that small now because he had shared his spirit and body with them. Brief cut to Makoto, who speeds past a cop on his motorcycle to get pictures of the monster. And then we get back to the robot, UFO Man, who says that Silk has to listen to his request now. And part of his body extends into something like I'm not going to touch this. Go.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Let's be real. No, it doesn't. This girl has clearly never seen one if she thinks that looks like one.
It is vaguely phallic shaped, and that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
In fairness, that would be the plastic equivalent. That is what it would look like. Or does, rather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it is insistent that she grab it by the shaft, and she's very reluctant to do so.
Sorry. I want to stress that this show is 12 and a half minutes long, and this scene takes up like 3 minutes of it. For
Yep.
just waffling and being embarrassed about grabbing
It got really uncomfortable.
Her friends come from behind and punch the guy into the wall, and he falls out of his ship. And it basically explains the situation. So touch the robo penis thing, not really. And then he says, "I'm coming," and a white
he did say
liquidy substance washes over her, and she transforms into the ultimate girl.
Because clearly the ultimate girl is one that's willing to grab a shaft. Anyway.
Oh, please.
It was right there. What were you expecting, patient? This is that kind of show. Alright.
I expected you to show the distaste for fan service that I have, and that I thought that you had too.
Oh, hell no.
Hey, man.
Not really. Like
this is some people's fetish.
If it's just dumb, then yeah, I kind of have a problem with it. But if it's done well, yeah, sure, why not?
This isn't
All
so
right,
much dumb as it's just silly.
Let's cut to it.
It's kind of over the top. It's so over the top.
Let's get to it, shall we? Tsubomi and Vivian wake up, and Vivian predictably smashes little UFO man into a wall, breaking it. I suppose that's the after effects of sharing his body and spirit with them, so I suppose that's a nice touch.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like that or just it's played for humor. If they actually are strong.
Either or. Basically, they reflect on the situation, and then UFO Man sees the monster still about. I can't say terrorizing or rampaging or anything like that.
It's walking
still
around
about
and making loud noises. It's really annoying.
And he insists that Silk grab onto him, and when she finally does, it's basically like magical girl transformation standard.
But with semen. Heavily implied semen.
And giantesses. Actually, I didn't notice the semen thing. That was... Yeah, that's on you.
That's the implication.
Yeah, that was the implication.
So,
yeah, it was pretty
she
gross.
Transforms, she's giant, and now she's kind of part robot a little bit. She has like the Chobit style robot ears.
Yeah, I was like, Chobits? But,
yeah, and...
Alright, I didn't even notice that implication, so thank you so much for pointing it out. Let's
very
accelerate
welcome,
this, shall we? She ends up right face to face, same size as the monster, and she panics and pushes him backwards into the water with both hands. Vivian and Tsubomi react to her transforming. Makoto reacts to and the news people react to the sudden appearance of a new superhero. UFO Man fills her in on the details and says that now that because he brought them back to life, he can't transform alone anymore. And then, basically, after they decide to fight, with the monster
I'm really going to cliff notes this. The monster decides to push her over. It does, and she's just kind of lying on the floor, just not really doing anything.
Yeah.
Just a quick thing.
Yeah.
She pushes her over, and it shows it from 4 different camera angles for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody cares. She pushes it over, it hits her, she goes to the ground, and then her strategy is to walk away because she has to hurry up, or else her clothes will dissolve. Because that's how this transformation works.
Yeah, not so much strategy as I don't want to be seen by people when all of my clothes dissolve.
Yeah, I don't want to be seen by everybody. And then as soon as she's about to get literally naked, explosion of energy. Makoto, by the way, is on the bridge taking pictures of this. You know, he'll make money from this. And so she explodes with light, and the thing just dies. And
Yeah, for
so
reasons.
Pops into pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
then
how
explodes
long did
into
this
light.
transformation last? It's only been like 30 actual seconds.
The excuse was, because I wasted all my energy earlier, type of thing.
I suppose reviving 3 people from the dead would probably use a lot of energy.
Yeah.
That is
I mean-
fair.
Yeah.
Also reforming their bodies because they were probably paste at that point. So
Anyway,
Yeah.
she's tiny again and naked, and her friends show up and are like, "Hey, put on this cosplay costume because clothes." And then the brother that the girl has a crush on, he shows up and it's like, "Why are you wearing that stupid costume? Wasn't that monster fight great?" And the new girl,
Yeah.
and
The one
they
girl's
want to
like,
call
"She's
her
the ultimate-"
ultimate girl, and the news crew are calling her UFO Man P or something.
For Peachy.
There's
Multiple
a
variations.
rather nasty pun there that I'm not going to say, but the one that he says that the P stands for a word that translates to fresh, lively, something like that.
Ugh.
there's a lot there actually. The subtitles go a bit
Yeah.
crazy, the cultural ones.
There were like 3 different implications there, all of which were a bit. You know what? UFO Man pretty? That's fine. Cool, sure. The other 2, not so much.
No. So
Skeevy
basically,
old man.
Makoto compliments her on her outfit, saying it suits her. UFO Man says, "Keep doing your best," and she cries to the sky that she doesn't really want it, and cut.
Yeah.
I guess she's just gonna die next episode.
Yes, she's gonna die.
I never really wanted this power after all. Alright, give it back. Okay. Ugh. Dead.
Yeah.
I have no thoughts to say on this except that, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this.
Softcore porn? Yeah, me neither.
I mean, I kind of was expecting that.
I was genuinely surprised by all of this. Also, did the art style get better when that was happening?
Don't worry about it. Budget is where important things are.
Yeah. D+. The plus is for the weird monster designs that, was surprisingly funny. It looks like a stupid Power Rangers costume monster and was literally doing nothing but just sort of waddling around playing with a toy.
This
Yeah.
honestly seems like something that could translate into so bad it's good if for the right audience, but that doesn't include me by any means.
I'd say I'd give this a C+. It is definitely a time waster, but if you take it just as seriously as the show takes itself, which is not at all, then I think you might have a little bit of fun with it.
I'm with Slicer on that.
I can see that.
All right.
All right, shall we move on?
Oh, please.
Yeah, I got the random number generator out because.
All right. 1 to 26.
Yeah, and we got 5.
5E.
E. Go.
That's weird. I expected E to have more numbers than this. 21.
That's not too bad.
7.
21's gonna be Eye Shield 21. That's funny. Anyway, 7.
I'm sorry, did you say 7?
7.
I was afraid of that.
Yay!
Is it
I,
Icon?
d-
Please tell me it's Icon.
I don't remember this show, but I have it marked as one that we vetoed in the past. Aiken. E-I-K.
Oh my god, yes. Yes. And Patient doesn't have a veto.
Now,
I
who
don't
said
think-
that I don't have a veto?
Oh, you do.
I do.
Nation
have
has a veto.
Fine.
Kenshi has a veto. Large
Damn
private
it.
school with a total of 54,000 students from elementary level to junior high and high school. Among a large number of club activities at the school, one club is quite unique, the Aiken Club. The activities of this club are shrouded in mystery, and strangely enough, all the members are excessively busty, headstrong female students.
Yeah, you may want to just re-roll it. The average bust size of this show is like F cup.
Wait, how long is this show? I can't remember.
It's full length, I believe.
There's only 2 episodes though.
Released in 2003.
Yeah, it's 30 minutes long. The episodes it's actually longer. It's like 2 episodes, 30 minutes long. That's basically like more closer to a movie rather than actually a show.
Yeah, it's still 30 minutes. We've made exceptions in the past. But
Yeah, I mean, we did
Yeah.
very, very recently, as in, I think last week, do a show that only had 4 episodes.
True. So, I don't know.
Aiken
You guys
is-
wanna- I have no problems like vetoing it if everyone else wants to. But,
Likewise, I'm not sure I want to use up my personal veto for this, but I mean, does everyone here want to do 2 ecchi shows in a row? Does anyone?
yes.
I don't care, and it's probably not as bad as this one was.
It's probably worse. But,
Yeah. Oh boy, is it.
Depending on your definition of worse, I suppose, but I expect this one to show at least a somewhat something of a level of class compared to what this one did.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, so do you want to read the description, or I think we already have done this in the past. So.
Yeah, we already read the description just now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a private academy that runs through all grades of school, and there's a club in it that is specifically for women that have jiggle physics. And there's a dude that gets wrapped up in it somehow.
Yeah, this is an OVA. So I don't know.
It's still 30 minutes.
Yeah, true. It's funny that the first 2 reviews I see is a 10 and a 1.
Oh wow, this was actually rated as one of the worst animes ever. I kinda wanna watch, says commenter.
Okay. This is the worst anime I have ever seen. I don't mind some fan service and panty shots, but come on. The 6th grader has huge boobs. And seriously, what female's boobs bounce like that? You would tip over all the time and have horrible back pain. This one is just taking it way too far. It's not even worth watching for a laugh.
I disagree with that comment.
Okay. I guess
All
we're
right,
watching.
fine. Veto.
Alright.
Okay.
It'll come
All right.
again.
And with that,
From the top.
25.
That's X, I believe.
Is it?
Again?
I'd be shocked if
Really?
it was more than 5.
25? No, 25 would be Z.
No.
No.
What,
No,
we
it would
start with
be-
number 1 being the.
Oh no, you're right. It would be Z. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 14.
And let's see what we get.
Pardon me.
12.
12?
Zoids?
Zoids.
Yes! Oh! Oh, that makes me happy.
That's not bad.
Okay. Planet Z. It's forcing me to pronounce it as Z. God damn it. Planet Z, a world where warrior biomachine life forms called Zoids live. They are controlled by human pilots in a war with the Republic and the Gylos Empire. One day, a boy named Van being cased by bandits, hides in some old ruins. He finds 2 pods in a hidden room and opens one to find out it's an odd dragon-like Zoid called an organoid, which he names Zeke. Zeke then... This feels like an excessively detailed summary, really.
You don't know this has 67 episodes. There's a lot of history with Zoid.
Zeke then resurrects an old dead blue shield Liger Zoid for Van to pilot. When Van opens the second pod, of course, a very mysterious girl named Fiona comes out of it. They go on the adventure to find more about her past and to find the Zoid Eve. They meet new friends and they get into some serious problems, including the war, which they try to stop. 1999.
Yeah, see, the one I'm more familiar with is Zoid's New Century Zero, which was 2001. So I don't think I've actually ever seen the original Zoids.
I don't know if I've seen the first episode, but it used to be on like Toonami or whatever.
I think New Century Zero was the one that was on Toonami, as I can recall. But maybe original Zoid was on there too.
It does have a dub, by the way.
Yay!
Yeah, we want to.
I'm not going to watch that.
We'll see what happens. I'm probably going to go for the sub myself. I might look into the dub, but I mean, if it's something that was on Toonami, don't have. It wasn't one of the worst dubs.
Yeah, this was before the Full Metal Alchemist, which means before, dub companies started trying. So I wouldn't get your hopes up. That said, I think it's me and Slicer as the dub club.
Right. All right. So it's Zoids next week. Anything else to say, or shall we let Kate?
No, I think we're good.
All right. So
Bye,
thanks
everybody.
for listening, everybody. We'll be back next week with Zoids.
See you guys.
See ya.